Sorry about that. You went in and out, brother. I'm sorry.
It's cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day. With me, Justin P, and my co-host AJ Henson, and our special guest today. Now, actually, not a special guest. Actually gonna be another co-host with us. So everybody, let's welcome Cameron. He's gonna be the third member of this thing, man. So this is one of the episode 18. As I said, all the links are in the description. YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, all that stuff like that. Just type in Talking Ravens all day, every day. Pop up, the list all the available platforms that we on. Hey, we ready to get into it. So go ahead, AJ. I'm going to let you say your piece.
All right, so I'm back, everybody. I'm on this episode. I'm on time today. I want to thank JP, what I'm saying, for always getting us together. Shout out to Cam for coming on here. Also, like we said, if y'all haven't already, please like and subscribe. You can check us out on YouTube at Talking Ravens all day, every day. Leave us comments. If it's something y'all want us to talk about, focus on, please let us know. And shout out to people who always, sending me questions. Chris Wright, Rick Brocker, Brian Murray, and my boy Jeff Fort. So I appreciate y'all.
Okay, you want to say anything real quick before we get started?
Man, I just want to say thank you again for you guys to let me on and rocking with y'all. I appreciate it. I know I'll be um, going off and losing my mind some days. I appreciate it. I know Just be tired of me texting like, brother, I gotta go sleep. But man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Just happy to be here. So don't mind me. We're gonna be in the dark a little bit. I should be home shortly, and
Yeah,
then you can see my yellow ass. But we good. Let's go.
no, go ahead, AJ. The floor is yours. Let's talk about the performance of Lamar, quarterback play.
uh, overall, for the year, or if we talking about the game that just passed, I would say that the biggest focus is, the deep ball. And to me, it's not really a focus because I feel like certain players who run the route don't need to run the route when we throwing the deep ball. For instance, like this last game that just passed, he had Demarcus Robinson, he was open, but he ain't have enough speed to get under the ball. I mean, I thought Lamar threw the ball. That one to Tampa Bay, to Isaiah Likely, the route was there, but he wasn't fast enough to get under the ball. And honestly, I don't think Lamar knows his arm strength. To me, Lamar, when you look at him throw the ball, he don't throw with his arm. He throw with the flick of his wrist.
Yeah,
And his arm strength, man, it's out of this world. I don't think he know his arm strength, but numbers wise, he. I mean, I definitely to me he in the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. But when you think about it, it's just Greg Roman, man. It's just time for him to go. We can't go nowhere, and Lamar can't progress until Greg Roman is gone. That's just what it is to me.
okay. All right, go ahead, Cam.
Um, I totally agree with you, AJ. Um, that pad that if we just want to talk about last game, because that last game I think last game everybody just was like fed up with everything, and it wasn't just Greg Roman. As far as everybody fed up, I think we just as collectively as a group like um, people fed up for what whether it's Roman or the passes being dropped or all the foolery. You know what I'm saying? Like the defense is messing up what he did. But I think that as far as the deep pass, I think it works. It's gonna work. It is gonna work with. It's only gonna work with certain receivers. I mean that chemistry has to be built, but everybody doesn't run the deep pass the same way. You see what I'm saying? Like some of them seem to be like that pass that he threw to Duvernay. I don't know where Duvernay was going, but it made it look like Lamar didn't know where the heck he was throwing the ball. But it's like Duvernay was running a different route, and then he decided, oh, let me come back into the middle. And I don't think, Lamar. It looked like the communication was horrible. Like Lamar figured he was going to be down that split, and he wasn't down. He wasn't. If he'd have ran down the split, he would have been wide open. But I think they got to do some of the stuff that Kansas City's doing. Like if y'all, I don't know how often y'all seen Mahomes play. he doesn't really throw the ball deep anymore since Tariq Hill's been gone. Like it's rare that he's throwing it, unless he has chemistry with a certain receiver. Majority of the time, it's those crosses. Even though they deep, it's the deep ones that he has, that he's hitting. It's just hard, man, to get on. If you used to, unless somebody knows how to track the ball, unless the receiver knows how to track the ball, and a lot of them don't, unfortunately, unless they did it a lot in college. Like I watched Duvernay at Texas. I don't think he ever, like, even he played majority of the time he played in the slot. I don't think he ever he went like on any nine routes like that. You know what I'm saying? Where he had to track the ball. So that's a development. I don't know, bro. It's frustrating with the Roman scheme. It's frustrating because we want something from our receivers, and then you hear everybody talk about the talent that we have around Lamar, and I honestly have to agree. Like, we don't know what we got in our receivers, so we not shit on them, but we don't give them the respect they deserve. But what can you do when you do give some of them the respect they deserve? Then you wind up with jokers that got a whole bunch of drops. Like 10 drops is unacceptable. 5 drops is unacceptable. I don't know how you nail it down. PFF said it's 5. I'll watch the game again. I counted 10, but I could be wrong. So
But yeah, to your guys' point, yeah, and a lot of, in my opinion, Lamar played the okay game. Wasn't the best, wasn't worst. It was what 52%. That's not horrible, but it's not that great either. Like I said, you got 3 drop touchdown passes in the end zone. Like, that's gonna always hurt your percentage. He put the pass. I mean, yeah, he overthrew. I don't think he overthrew the Marcus Ross. Like AJ said, like that route. He's right. He threw that route to Hollywood so many times. Hollywood caught it because Hollywood had the gear to turn in and get it. Like AJ said, some routes are made for certain receivers because he's not a burner. So those routes, that's why you see him overthrow Deshaun Jackson yet because he can go get it even at his old age. You gotta run those routes for speed guys. Like that can go run underneath the football. Duvernay got speed, but speed is like it's deception. Like I said. That's why I said, me personally, I would like to see Andy Isabella more. Get him activated because he will run under that and catch that. Because like I said, he got that extra gear 4.27, whatever he ran. But Lamar, it's smart, man. Like I said, 250 yards, throw a touchdown, no interception. Like I said, he catch those passes. This game is basically we beat them by 2 possessions. He did pretty good. Like I said, the only thing with him, he just got to go just go along. Sometimes you people out read one, read two, they want to pick off. You know, read one, two, three, and sometimes four, things like that. And then you can just move around the pocket and buy yourself some time to throw the ball. So it's just a little thing. Like I said, 17 TDs, 7 picks. That's a 3-to-1 touchdown ratio. Well, you can't score. Yeah, I know the passing yards, got 3,000 passing yards right now. But, all that stuff, it comes to that. So, who's back coming back in now? Yeah, so it's just, all right, sorry about that. It's just you're right, the receiving coach definitely has, it's too late now, but like I said, in the all season, he definitely got to do the job. Like I said, and Roman got to go because you can't expect Lamar to throw for 400 yards with 3 tight ends and one receiver and a whole. Not so that's another thing you got to take care. You got to get rid of. You have to because he's limited his offense and his personnel is not going to fail. Nobody's going to come in and run block, set, and those guys. You literally have one receiver on the field. That's not going to cut it. So you gotta adapt to today's NFL. It's more wide open passing. You can still run the ball and all that stuff like that. But you see jokers are throwing the ball 50, 60 times. Of course, you want that balance, but ultimately, They want to win the championship. They want to have the ball consistently. So, all right, let's talk running back. Back to you.
Of course, we know Gus coming back. I mean, I'm sorry, J.K. coming back. We don't know how he's gonna be, but Gus, he's still coming around. He had the fumble, but I'm not gonna put too much on him. You know what I'm saying? He what was that? Honestly, the second game back. I ain't gonna put too much on him. He's still figuring it out. Definitely still a bruiser. Kenyon Drake, I like him, but I feel like we don't the way either the offensive line is not opening the holes up or he not hitting the hole. I can't really see, but it goes back to the scheme and how we running things. I feel like, what I'm saying, like it's just Roman, man, because Drake can catch out of the backfield instead of keep bringing Ricard in and having Ricard go in motion and have him in the slot and going out for passes. Put Kenyon Drake up there. You know what I'm saying? You put Gus in the backfield. You got an extra guy out there
I like
who, yeah, running back, but you know what I'm saying? I don't understand, man. It's time for Roman to go. It's unacceptable what he's doing with this offense. But far as that, I mean, Drake to me, he's been solid. Good guy. Of course, Justice Hill. I mean, where is he? I don't even know if he got a lot of reps this last game. Justice Hill could line up in the slot versus Ricard. He got speed, go out to catch. Got a little breakaway speed, but the scheme of how we run things through Roman, it's just time for him to go, man.
go ahead, Cash. We on running back right now.
Y'all, you said running backs.
Yeah, we
That's
go
it?
about each.
Oh, if we just talking about, I don't know. I want to say Drake is. I want to say. I want
And you can talk, then you can talk about in general too. You want to got other stuff about how they did. I mean, that's what I say. We just, but yeah, you can add that in there. But we going to the running back how they did Sunday and just the overall team.
okay. I think I can hear. I think I heard some of what you said. Um, Drake. I don't know Kenyon. I don't know if like he's consistent, but well, he's not consistent to me. But I don't know if he's getting the opportunity too. Like this past game, I don't know why we just stopped running the ball with him. When um, Gus is just now getting back. I thought we were gonna ride the hot hand, but I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating because I don't know who's gonna get what, and then the line wasn't really they not I don't know before the bye they was getting pushback. Now they now they ain't getting no type of pushback. Like they getting stonewalled. I don't understand what's going on right now. They need to figure that out because before the bye, they was actually, there was some holes to run in and things were set up. But right now, I don't know. I can't really blame it on everything that they doing. But I don't know. You got to hold on to the ball. That I do know. And Gus, I was real surprised on Gus fumbling the ball, but I think that's a lot has to do with rust. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like you in there for a couple games and you out, then you back in there because it was a nice move that he made, but it's always a player that hits you that you don't see that causes you to fumble the ball. So that's my take on that.
What's good, good man? Happy Friday, to you too, D-Ron. You stopped doing what works because Gregory Hall was sabotaging. Got to
Yeah.
play the way coaching games, not the real games. But yeah, that's true too, D-Ron. But my Sunday, I think the running backs did okay. It could have, I think I said like 15, 16 carries, 55 yards, like 3.7 yards a carry. Nah, we definitely got to get more out of the running game because we can't have Lamar being a lead pass and leading rusher each week. It's going to burn him out. It's going to burn him out. And like I said, I don't want to get to the playoffs and then it finally catch up to us. Like you gotta get more of the running. You have to. Like Justice Hill, Gus, I get you coming back off injury, but you can't be fumbling, man. Kenyon Drake, we got what's my I got J.K. ready to roll. Like even use Mike Davis for the time being. Like use him, you get a couple short yards, right? Like preserve Lamar, feel me? Don't keep running him Like he should not be getting those 16 rushes. That's too much, man. I ain't like that shit in 2019. I don't like it now. So I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same way. Because all it takes is one hit or one free accident and boom, we could be looking at 7 and 10. Feel me? So I don't. So we need to dial that back. Like we need our running backs gotta step up and do more. Like take them 4 or 5 yard run. We gotta pop it for 6 minutes. Like, take them 4 or 5 yard. You know what I mean? Catch out the backfield when it's coming to you. Don't drop no pass. Don't whiff on no blocks and pass pro. So those are the little small things that we need to do. But like I said, Roman, he has to get them guys charged. Get them charged. We should have like a 60-40 balance. Like, you know, run the football, set up play action pass. Yeah, man, yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. And I don't want, to be that one time a free hitter get loose and hit Lamar and boom, he out for us and see our chances are gone. We saw last year what happened. Granted, Tyler Huntley played his butt off, but it wasn't enough. So we need a upright, man. Like we need him upright. So we gotta dial back on all that. All that. Like I said, he should not run the ball no more than 5 to 6 times in my opinion. Like, plays quarterback first and foremost. Yeah, Athletic and mobile, yes, but you don't need anything. All right, let's go to the we'll put the tight ends and receivers together.
Well, tight end, we know what Mark Andrews bring to the table. This game, I just think was an off game for him. He didn't look like himself. Looked like something was bothering him or something. I'm not sure, but at the same time, when you're getting double team or triple team, I mean, that takes a toll on you. One guy passing you around, another guy hitting you. I mean, that takes a toll on you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know he'll bounce back. I'm not worried about him. One guy, Nick Boyle. I mean, is he even still on this team? He definitely can help us out in the run game. He plays special teams, get like a couple of snaps in, but that's not good enough. And, then you go to Oliver. Um, I'm not sure was he had a touchdown, but he's supposed to be, I guess, our next best blocking tight end. Nick Boyer was it, but I guess they used him. I thought Charlie Cola was going to play this game, especially since Isaiah Likely didn't play. But I thought they was going, to bring him out. He a big target, physical. I wanted to see him, but they didn't bring him out, of course, because Isaiah Likely was injured. But Likely so far, I'm not gonna say he's been disappointing or he hasn't been bad, but when you don't use players in the right way or you use them and take them off when they cold, he's a possession guy. I need some yardage, and then the thing with him is he breaks tackles. He could go out there and get it in. When it comes to receivers, um, Duvernay, I feel like we don't involve him more. I like Robinson, but we don't involve none of our wide receivers. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that the route the route tree is so limited. All the routes either overlap, they short, and the chemistry. You can't develop a chemistry because you're not throwing the ball to these guys, and it's just sad. Like Prochet get in the game, we use him as a decoy. You don't use him. You bring Prochet in, but you still keep Patrick Ricard in the slot. It don't make no sense. So we got wide receivers and we want to see what they really can do, but if we don't use them, we can't see it. Greg Roman would rather have a 300-pound fullback and tight ends on the field versus wide receivers. So, um, for the wide receivers, I can't say too much because we don't use them. We've seen glimpses, but if we don't use them, then eventually it is what it is.
Go ahead, Cam. Tight ends and wide receivers.
Um, Just you go ahead. I'm about to park my car. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna just listen. I'm about to park my car and go in my house. So you go ahead and I'm gonna jump on. I'm just gonna listen real quick, but I'm gonna jump on my computer so I can actually
All right,
hear what's going on.
all right, cool. But to your point, AJ, I agree with everything you said. Like I said, the play call is just not doing neither position group any favor. Tight end the favor because it's a tight end central offense. It's kind of hurting us. You got like how we gonna expect to keep receivers here and keep Lamar happy Cause say if Devin and Bateman like, nah, I'm not resigning here, man. Like, nah, I'm gonna go play in KC or Green Bay somewhere I know I'm gonna get my targets and utilize right. Yeah, so that's why Hollywood wanted out. Much as we got on him about whatever, he was still out best receiver. Like, so, and I can't play his offense. Anybody else gonna say the same thing? That's the like more upper echelon receiver. You gotta trust Harbaugh. Like Harbaugh got to go ahead and like send him a Christmas card. Like you did it before with Cam Cameron and everything. All right, you might got you never stay here. So like I said, it can't repeat itself. Got to do that again. But like yeah, but Josh Allen had a touchdown right now, slowed up because he saw all Cisco coming up. He got scared. That's why he got scared. He thought he was gonna get blown up. If you gonna get hit, at least catch the ball right around because you gonna get hit. The ball, make and you double like I'm not gonna eat his lunch. Always so clutch for us, he human, and he been a little nicked up. Then DeMarcus Robinson, he didn't have to die for that. All I had to do is just come up, run underneath of it, touchdown. They get a overall they get a C plus from me because like I said, they had like those drops would have won the game, put the game a little bit out of it. Yeah, Lamar. And the rest of it was just drop football. So it was like there was way more drops than it was for incompletions. So they gotta be more consistent and be able to win one on consistently. And like that is what happened. They get an OC that know how to design certain routes. You said everything going to the same field, same side of everything going here. It's like it make a safety can cover two receivers running a post at him
Yep.
at the same time. Or two guys run the slant. It's not hard. So it's like you gotta create some diversity in your pass get guys open. That's what Sean McVay do. As good as Cooper Cup do is Sean McVay still put in some good route concepts to get them open. And we need that same thing. That's what's going to stunt like guys like Bateman when he come back, Duvernay, and Prochet growth. Like these guys can fly, show enough play, but like I said, the offensive coordinator is so tight and centric, it's going to hurt them. But they definitely need to go ahead and just move on and promote T Martin and watch how better the receivers play. Go ahead, Cam, if you're ready.
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all, man. First off, I don't want to blame the coaching for the drops because most drops is focus drops, and I don't know. Shit kind of annoys me. But we still haven't found a number one receiver. I know everybody's saying, well, not everyone. Some people saying D-Raw. I'm not. Look, we need consistency. Consistency from the wide receiver position. I mean, you could have 5 catches that whatever come your way, just catch the damn ball. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Then I can call you my number one. I can't call you my number one when you dropping touchdowns. Like that ball was put. Lamar threw that ball on a rope and he was running and threw the damn ball when DeMarcus dropped that ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it hit him in his chest. You can't have that happen, bro. I mean, and again, I'm not saying like, and I think he was still hurt a little bit because I know in the injury report it came up that it's hip, so that's why I'm taking on that deep route when it looked like Lamar just overthrew him. It looked like he's kind of like DeMarcus kind of stopped running, and I'm not trying to just take up for Lamar. I'm just saying like it just looked like he didn't have it. You know what I mean? He didn't have it in him. Same thing. It seemed like when he dove for the ball, he didn't have to dive for the ball. It looked like he just was like, it's just that inconsistency. Mark, same thing. He don't look like himself. But it is the scheme, and it always comes. We gonna always say going back to the scheme, right? Because we all agree that it's time for Roman to move on. It's just hard to really like put a finger on what's the problem, other than the fact that I'm gonna keep screaming for Tylan Wallace because I don't understand why you're a 4th round pick you're not getting the opportunity. I know he was a bit injured during the preseasons and he didn't really show much in training camp, but the times that he's been out there, he's been a great blocker.
Hold on.
I lost you for a minute. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? Sorry, bro. Can y'all hear me?
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, sorry. I keep losing y'all for a second. I'm trying to get off my phone and get on his computer. Um, um, for some reason, he's a 4th-round pick from last year. He can everything that's been thrown to him, other than that overthrow by in the Cincinnati game, he's caught. I mean, he only has 2 catches, but even he can contest the ball. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when anything in this area, I just haven't seen him drop anything. I think James, I was surprised even Duvernay, had that one drop. They just normally just catch everything, which is a great thing, but you got to get the like y'all been saying, you got to get the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He got to get, he's dressed, he's doing special teams, but he's not out there playing receiver. So you never, like you said, you're never gonna get a 400-yard game out of. I mean, tight ends are great, but you're not gonna get a 400-yard game out of tight ends. Like I know when people, one show they were saying like, well, look at Mahomes. Kelsey is the #1 receiver. He's the number one. He's his #1 option. Yeah, Mark Andrews is Lamar's #1 option, but look at all the receivers that he has, the talent that he's being, that's being used around him. None of those receivers are slouches that KC has. You know what I'm saying?
It told whoever said that. One got Eric Bieniemy and Eric Reed calling plays. The other got Greg Roman. You do the math.
Exactly. Thank you. Again, it's no. It's just you got to get an opportunity. I don't care if it's a tight end driven offense or not. You got to get those receivers tight end. You got to give them an opportunity, or we never gonna, everybody going to want to get a trade like Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So, it is. When your best, I don't know if they best friends, but when you're damn near your best friend decide like, yo, it's the best thing for me to leave if this dude gonna be here. And I had 91 catches. Mind you, let me just say this, and I know Mark is not I know he may be dealing with some ailments. He has more drops right now than Hollywood had last year. But no, ain't nobody calling for his head like they was calling for Hollywood. Just mind you, just think about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, you don't know what you got until it's gone.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
all 3 of us said we was gonna miss that speed.
Yeah.
At one point in time.
Yeah.
But I said, bro, yeah, he did. But in the day, this kid every year his numbers got better. So it was like, what y'all want?
So
47 catches, 50 something, 90 something. Every year his numbers went up. Like, Lamar don't get hurt last year. He probably had like 1,300 yards.
I'm gonna log off real quick, bro, and then I'm gonna jump on the computer. All right.
Okay. That's fine. But yeah, AJ, we'll still talk about that till you can't get ready. But it's like you lose Marquise Brown, like I said, he can stretch the field, man. Like I said, like now can Duvernay stretch the field? Yeah, but not as potent as Marquise did. Like he kept them safeties out the box, feel me? That's why we was able to get the running lanes and all that, because they know that shit, man. Hey, yeah, he, 15 or 5, he can run right by you. Now these guys, Bateman can get by you, but it's like he don't got the same wiggle. Like I said, he's now being hurt again. Like we gotta see if he's gonna come back still with the same burst. So it just, I mean, so what you think, AJ? Next year we gotta go call up somebody like, hey man, we got a first. Let's get such and such, such and such. Like, what you think, man?
I mean, here's the thing though, is to me it still go back to Roman though, because Yeah, Hollywood had the speed, him and and Lamar. 'Cause we talked about it, and we both know that Lamar force fed him. You know what I'm saying, the ball. Um, at times, not all the time, but at times. But we got to address the situation. But here's my thing: we address it. We got to have the right coordinator now because now I look at you look at somebody like the Chiefs. Yeah, Tyreek gone. But you still got McCole Hardman who pretty much Tyreek put it this way. Tyreek was Hollywood and Duvernay is McCole Hardman. So you still got somebody who can get speed and can get open, but then you bring in Juju.
Them two fat. Them two race. Tyreek only beat him by half a second.
Yeah, so it's like he still got somebody. Then you got Juju. Then you got what's his name? Vas
Marquez,
was
ABS, yeah.
yeah. So you bring in guys.
And
I'm
they
not saying we
Darius Tony, another burner.
another guy. I'm not saying we don't have receivers, but we don't know what we have because we don't use them.
Yeah.
Every play, it's a tight end. Like the last play of that Jacksonville game, I'm like, why aren't receivers in there? You got two tight ends there, one wide receiver. You got a tight end blocker, and then you got Patrick Ricard helping out the left tackle. I mean, I don't understand. I was like, it didn't make no sense. And here's the thing, because I know we got a lot of Lamar critics out there, even on our fan pages and all of that. Without Lamar, we are nothing. We're not even relevant. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. And for everybody that's slandering Lamar or talk about Lamar, let me remind y'all, it's been millions of quarterbacks who've been taken in the first round, who were sent to be from heaven, but when they got in the NFL, they played like they was from hell. So I'm gonna go ahead and let all y'all know that
Zach Wilson.
Baker, Baker Mayfield, trash. You know what I'm saying? Like they came out of the same draft class. And here's the thing. Baker has had better weapons to work with than Lamar has ever had. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and say that right now.
First 2 years.
It's no, you know what I'm saying. So it's no excuses. But Lamar has never had a number one wide receiver. And like I said, Andrews is his guy, and I'm not going. Andrews is good, and of course he's dealing with some injuries. But like I said, when you getting double team, triple team, teams know you the only option. What they gonna do? They gonna bang you up. We gonna beat you up, and we gonna take you out of your game, man. And like I said before, when it comes to the drops, unacceptable. But you got to look at it like this too. Like I said, wide receivers they don't get their hands taped and wear gloves like linemen, offensive defensive linemen. So what they do is you out there trying to make them block all game. So now their hands swell up. That padding, it's like they got padding. So now when you throw them the ball, guess what? It bounces off. It ricochets. So now you like, well, then you dropping the ball. Now my hands, man, I'm not a lineman. I'm not. You ain't got that extra meat on your hands. You know what I'm saying? So now the ball ricochet. That's just how I look at it. I'm not saying it's right, wrong, but that's the way to look at it. And then chemistry. If these guys not getting the reps, how can I develop chemistry with you? You know what I'm saying? We just brought back Shamar Bridges. For what? If we not gonna use him, why are we bringing him in? Andy Isabella. For what? We not gonna use him. Like we bringing in all these guys, and the guys that we already have that's on the active roster don't even get playing time. So what is the point of bringing these guys in there? So I don't understand. It's just Roman is just. I mean, he got to go, man. Like I said, I'm done, man. It's nothing more I can say about him. His time is up. His scheme is up. It's born. It's old. He can't figure out the plays. It's just time, man. Until he's gone, we won't officially know what we have because all of our plays, if y'all notice, are on the right side of the field or the middle. We never throw to the left side. That's like dead. We pull up some stats right now. You're gonna see the left side is that's completely dead. Right or middle. When we get to the goal line, trips, it's the same rollout pass every game that they try to do. And if it ain't there, they expect Lamar to run. I mean, this dude got to go, man. I'm just done with it. Um, as long as he's the OC, this team won't go no further. I know we want to see the team go far in the playoffs and all this, but it just won't happen. That's just what it is.
uh, Davon said like Hollywood and Bateman would have been special. Yeah, they only played a couple of games ago. So Cam, anything else you want to touch up? False receivers and tight ends. We go defense.
Um, this I caught the tail end of what you were talking about, but one thing I wanted to say is that they brought in Shamar Bridges because look who we got to play as far as on the practice squad. Plus, T. Martin really wanted him there, vouch for him. So I'm hoping that that's a big idea. But look, we got to play Sutton. We got to play Pickens twice, right? We got to go against T. Higgins again, right? And then you got Peoples. We had no receiver that's over 6'3" that you practicing against. So that's one of the reasons that they brought him back, other than the fact that I think T. Martin really believes in him.
And don't forget about Drake London too with the Falcons.
Thank you. I forgot about him. Forgot we had played the Falcons. Yes. So that was a strategy. That was strategically. That was a strategy move. Once he's healthy, come bring him back. He showed some. He showed that he definitely has
enough where we can keep him around.
Keep him. Yeah, he would have been. Look, if he had a bigger college, to be honest with you, he would have got drafted.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like the guy. That's me and Bishop guy. We love that dude. I like him, but
he didn't even get no combine fight or nothing. You know what I mean? Nope. Like he didn't even. Nobody knew about him until they had the Hall of Fame game for the HBCUs. You know, so that's how small the colleges. Was it not Grand Valley? Where did he go for?
Fort Valley.
Fort Valley. So, I think they D2 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're D2 HBCU.
Yeah. So as far as another thing, and I think Just you was talking about this, like as far as Lamar running and then passing, and I know I never thought about it until I think last year I was watching All 22, and Coach was talking about how much he runs and then he throws and he runs and he throws. He's exerting so much energy, bro. You ask him to sprint 20, 30, 40 yards and then come back and throw the ball. And then people want to know why he's not always accurate when he's exhausted of all his energy.
And 35 pass attempts and he run the ball 15, 20 times. Come on,
yeah, like you ask him to do everything, but yet,
touches. Like, come on.
Yeah, so that it's like I didn't really think about it until I don't know why it clicked in my head when I was watching the game. I think it was after that one of his runs. He had one of those big runs, like not a huge run. He had a good run, and then he came back. He threw the ball, and I think he was throwing it to Mark Andrews. He overthrew him on a deep route. And I'm saying any other time he hits that shit, he on the money. And I'm like, he got to be tired, bro. Like he got to be a little exhausted. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes back to not putting enough talent around him or not giving everybody scheme-wise, not saying, okay, if he done ran the ball, you got the first down, damn it, let somebody else run the ball right now. Give him a chance. Exactly. You know what I mean? Let somebody else just hand the ball off. I said, at least give him a down to get himself reset. Another thing that with the receivers and people be thinking that he don't lead the receiver all the time, but sometimes if people really pay attention, Lamar try to put the ball where the receiver doesn't get injured. A lot of times he did one of the drops that James Prochet had. And this is the Carolina game. I don't know if y'all watched when they had the Wire videos, and Lamar was saying, he said, I'm putting it over here. I put it over here. I said, just trust me. Sometimes you just gotta just stop, and it's gonna be there. I'm not gonna put it in front of you because you got hammered. He's telling James this. He said, I put it over here so you be right. And he did put it right there, right behind him. He should have caught it. There wasn't no reason for James to drop it. James don't normally drop shit like that. It was right here behind him. He said, just settle down and put it right. I put it right there because you was gonna get smacked. So it's not a lot of quarterbacks that actually care about where you're gonna be. But great quarterbacks do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing. That's it, bro.
All right. Okay. Now we're going to the defensive side of the ball. Let's start with the defensive line. You can go ahead and start first, AJ.
Yeah, shout out to Broderick Washington. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. I pointed it out. I think he need to go play cornerback, man. We need to get Brandon Stevens off the island and put him back there, man, because he swatting them passes down, man, when he get in the game. I feel like I don't know how we doing our rotation, but I feel like When somebody's hot, we take them out. When Mata BK get to going, we take them out. Campbell should not be out there rushing on third down. You know what I'm saying? He should his snaps should be limited, and that's it. Brett Urban, he's getting a little time here and there, but he's not getting more snaps. I'm not sure what's going on, but Travis Jones, what's going on? I feel like the rotation we have, it's a good rotation because everybody's getting involved, but I feel like Campbell should not be getting as many snaps as he's getting at his age on that defensive line. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need the young guns to be in there. Like I said, Broderick Washington, it was like what the first drive of the game, he got a sack in that Jacksonville game. He got a sack, looking good. He out there swatting passes. He hungry. He want to eat. Justin Matabike, he's a guy in the inside, a little small, but he's athletic enough to hold his own to get off the blocks and make the tackles. Um, Jones, I feel like he need a little bit more time, under his belt, but let Brett Urban get a little bit more time. On the inside, he tall, and we seen he came in and batted some passes down to help stop some runs. But other than that, I mean, I like what we have. It's just that I wish Campbell snaps get cut back a little bit more so we could, have him healthy in the playoffs. Because to me, he shouldn't be out there rushing on third down. That's just we should let the younger guys get out there, especially so we can see what we have going forward. You know what I'm saying in the younger group. But I like our D line. It's a group of guys out there in them trenches, and they getting the work done.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Cam. D line.
D-line look phenomenal in the majority of the time. I think they cut Campbell down to 60% though, as far as like his time. It's kind of hard to you got to think about it like this. It's kind of hard as far as like cutting any further than that when he producing the way he is. Like he got 5.5 sacks right now. That's kind of like it's tough, bro. I understand what you're saying. It's so we can save him, but damn it, we got saved this season.
We got to find Roman to save the season.
But everybody, man, everybody playing their part, man. I see, like, sometimes they run us different schemes, and even when they not, I think right now Broderick is starting, if I'm not in the base defense, right? He's starting at nose right now, so they look solid, man. The defensive line looks solid. Still, I know more could be done, but I definitely they look solid. You go ahead, Just.
So far they've been okay. It can be wrapped up a little bit more. They had 4 sacks Sunday, but it was like in spurts. It wasn't like a game. You're like, oh damn, they getting that to Trevor Lawrence. It was like cover sacks. He held the ball too long and they got there, but it's like we just did not dominate the O line. The O line not really that good, so I definitely wanted to see more just creativity across the front from Mike McDonald. Like when we played the Saints, he was moving jokers all around, sliding Calais at the 5, putting them at the 2, the 1 technique, sliding them to the 3, just moving guys around, causing confusion for the offensive line. They didn't know who to pick up. So we need to get back to that instead of lining up and playing now base defense. The teams know how to block that when it's 3-4. So if we come out and just move everybody around and start stunting guys around, that'll help them win more, especially in the run game too. Because like I said, so far we haven't even gotten gashed in the run. But we definitely need more interior pressure, man, which is going to help everybody out, the edge rushers and the secondary. Now the quarterback can't step up and throw the pocket. Because if a guy coming off the edge, quarterback can step up in the pocket and get rid of him. But if a guy coming straight, beating straight edge, ain't nothing he can do. He gonna have to either take the sack, throw it away. All right, let's talk edge rushers, outside linebackers / DNs, edge rushers, stand up guys. Go ahead, AJ.
Shout out to Justin Houston. He balling, came back. Of course he had the growing injury. I think he got it in the Bills game, came back and just showed honestly why he's the
They said
best
his
edge.
backboard and try to grab his junk or something like that. And Houston gave him a little arm bar or some shit.
He's showing why he the best, honestly, the best edge rusher we got on the team. You know what I'm saying? As far as producing, getting after the quarterback. Tyus Bowser is back. He looking good. To me, it looked like his speed improved a little bit. It looked like he got faster to me because he was covering the tight end. It was in that Saints game, I believe, when he came back. And I was like, man, he was on it. I was like, man, he picked up some speed. You know what I'm saying? Like he was already a good coverage guy, but it looked like he got faster. And I was like, okay, good. So he's looking good. Shout out to him, for doing this thing. Malik Harrison is kind of like a hybrid guy right now. He outside, middle, wherever they need him at. But I didn't understand in this last game that it was like when Jacksonville was going for it. I think it was like a 3rd and 1. He sealed the edge right there. Then the 4th and 1, he made a play, and it's like you didn't. Like I said, I had stopped watching the game, but it looked like to me, it looked like you ain't hear no more from him. I don't understand, what's going on with that. Like I said, it's like once we get hot, we take guys out. Um, Ojabo, we still don't know the timetable on that for sure, but hopefully, if I wouldn't rush him back if he don't play this year, that's cool with me. Save him for next year. Odafe, like I said, I'm not really saying nothing about him or at him. I'm more saying something about EDC and what they thought this guy could be, because he ain't. Um, when your defensive backs, like I pointed out, Cal Hamilton and Marlon Humphrey got more sacks than you, and you're an edge rusher. I mean, that ain't good, bro. But like I said, I'm not mad at him. I'm more mad at EDC for picking up this guy when we could have got who that from the Bills? What's his name? Gregory Rousseau from the Bills. We could have got him versus getting Odafe.
Who the Bucks got? Joe Tryon, Shakuka, whatever name.
Man, like I said, I'm not more mad at him, but it's more at EDC because I'm like, dude, you just wasted the first on this dude.
Bring up and get Jalen Phillips, like.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't done nothing this year. He got 1 sack, and that 1 sack was because the tackle pushed him into Josh Allen. But other than that, he plays too high. It was a run in the Jacksonville game where the running back hit the hole. The tackle, Owe ran up the field. The tackle just pushed him out the picture, and the running back was gone. So I'm like, you're not containing no edges. You play too high. You have no pass rush moves. So as far as that, I mean, to me, he ain't our guy. I'm just gonna wait for Ojabo to come back. Thank God Bowser back. JPP, of course, we know what he brings to the table. These the older guys, um, but yeah, Owe man and it's no excuse now. It's no people can. Oh, he was getting double teamed. He was he did, but he not made. We got a healthy rotation going on now. What's the problem? You can't get to the quarterback. What's the issue? It's no excuse now for him. So I don't understand it. You 1-on-1. So don't tell me teams will rather double you and let Houston run free. I know that's a lie. Right. So we can go ahead and stop that right now. But
he's more of the physical specimen. So they would want to block him. They would want to. What's the name? So yeah. Like, you're right, AJ.
So he not our guy. Like I said, I'm not mad at him. I'm more mad at EDC for drafting this guy when he thought they had a specimen, but you got a project. And right now, this is the NFL. I don't want projects. I need players who can produce. I'm willing to work with you, but how many games we in? We in what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games?
Yeah, about to be 12.
And you only got 1 sack? And my defensive back now, listen, my defensive backs, guys who play off the ball, got more sacks than you, unacceptable.
Agree. Go ahead, Cam. Edge rushers.
And he got the Ali hoodie over there. He ready. Look, he ready.
I'm leaving AJ alone, man. You keep getting on my boy. I'm leaving alone. Nah, seriously, like when it comes to I don't have nothing negative to say about Owe because I'm not surprised. The reason why I'm not surprised, when the last time we had a 2-year starter or outside linebacker, don't matter, when they was drafted that came in that dominated since Suggs. Not nobody.
Yeah.
I think Tyus Bowser was dominant until like his 4th year.
Yeah.
He wasn't, but I tell you this, when we got Courtney Upshaw, he helped set the tone in the run game off the bat coming straight out of Alabama. He helped us out in the run game.
Right, but even then he didn't. I'm sure he didn't get 5 sacks until his 4th year.
He was mainly he was mainly like a run stuffer though. He
Right.
wasn't really a sack guy, but we drafted Oway to be a sack guy. And
But in college, but in college, he was a sack guy. Upshaw had 13 sacks, bro.
You
Remember
gotta
that?
think
He
he
didn't
played
want
loaded Alabama team, so you know
yeah,
stuff.
fully loaded, fully loaded. I was hoping we was gonna get Hightower, to be honest with you, over him. That's what I really wanted.
Same here.
Hightower could do everything, but
Same.
everybody. I mean, that's so I'm. That's my whole thing. Like I'm not. When you a project like PQ, I'm almost expecting it. Like, but as far as like I'm saying, like I'm not surprised. I mean, I listened to the conference. I mean, the press conference, and Mike McDonald saying that he's doing everything that we asking of him right now. So I'm not, as far as like, when it's time for him to throw his fastballs, the pass rush, it's just about whenever he gets the chance to. But he's doing what we need him to do. So they're good with his production. We're not good with it because when you a top two, when you a first or second round pick, we expect you to produce. That's the expectation of the fan. I'm gonna lay my laws. If the dude say he good, I'm gonna let him ride for right now. I don't, but as far as everybody else, as far as outside, because listen, nobody thought Judon was gonna be doing this though. Keep it 100.
No,
Nobody.
when I first seen Judon play, man, I was like, oh, we got something special here.
I didn't. I was like, he
It's
just
hard, bro. It's hard for me to say that. Like I didn't because Joker. I remember his last 2 years here. Everybody was like, he ain't getting no sacks yet. And then the time he went off with Suggs last year here, 2018 against the Raiders, he went off. What he had like 6 in one game? Something crazy.
he had 6 sacks. He had 3 sacks and 3 straight.
That's when everybody's like, okay, that was his 3rd year. 4th year come around, he okay, and then he bounced off at the end of the year, get like 6. 2019, then 2020, he disappeared. He come on strong, then he disappeared. So it was like, okay, what we got? That's why I'm like, it's kind of hard. Bowser, Bowser's gonna be a problem, bro. I'm glad he stayed because he is the most athletic. To be honest with you, if you playing ball, you play basketball, you played all these other sports. It shows. He can cover.
Yeah,
He can passer. I think he can honestly play middle linebacker if we needed him.
I was just about to say that. I would like to see him at middle linebacker.
We don't gotta do that. We don't even gotta entertain that no more because we got.
Yeah, you're right. No, I'm just saying like the way he moves.
I feel what you're saying. Yeah, because he did play some middle at University of Houston.
Yeah, but to me, I think he took in the fact that just maturity, being the fact that you had experience with Suggs, you had experience being around Judon and everybody, and you was already starting to, he was already starting to elevate those last 2 years, right? Because one year he went off 2019, he had a whole bunch of sacks, he had 5 sacks, and then he didn't really have any sacks on the 4th year, but he had like 3 picks or something like that, right? He just showed how he was evolving, and then now you learn from Suggs, learn a little bit from Judon, and you learning from another GOAT. You learn from Houston, because I don't know if the viewers know or remember. Remember when Houston? I think it was not his last year, but that year he just went off, had 22 sacks in one season.
2014, yeah.
Yeah. So you learning from all these Jedis. And and you can see, like, to me, he looks like a faster version of Justin Houston, like, to me, coming off the edge. So I think we good. I don't expect nothing from David Ajabo. Whatever. If he does something, I'm happy. If he don't do nothing, I'm not going to be upset either way with it because I'm not expecting nothing. Again, the reason I don't expect nothing, I ain't seen nothing since us. So I ain't seen nothing from nobody since him. JPP give you something in the run game. He give you something every now and then for the pass, but he give you something in the run game. If they decide, as far as they play the numbers game, I could see JPP sliding down to the 5 technique and them letting Urban like sit to see what Ajabo has. That would be the only reason. but Ajabo's never been like great against the run anyway, even in college. So that's something he has to develop and to be better at, right? So he would only come in on third down to see if he can give something. But and Justin Houston is Justin Houston. He's still got a little bit in the tank, and I really pray that I know we don't look like the Super Bowl team that we were hoping for, but I really pray that we do make it to the dance and make it happen for him and Campbell, man. Just because. So that's just it. That's it.
For me, they did okay. Like I said, they got 4 sacks. Jabo, like I said, when he comes back, hopefully, he can bring a little spark. Not expecting a whole lot. Like I said, coming off an injury, like I said, he really probably shouldn't even play, but they feel like he want to at least, get his feet wet this year. That's fine. Just keep him on a pitch count. Don't let him play a lot of downs. Have him rotating, come in third down. Something like bring him in on third down so he can just get the feel of the game, rush the passion, make his job easy for him right now. He still got to get that completely 100%. Like I said, Bowser's back. He gave us a spark in that Saints game. He's been playing pretty well, and like I said, he's our best cover linebacker. Uh, Justin Houston found that found the fountain of youth, man. He's top 3 in sacks, man. So he's definitely looking like he's going to be a MVP, a defensive player of the year candidate and a possible Pro Bowl vote for sure. That's he just dominated, man, taking over games. I feel well, like I said, he definitely got to do more. His problem with him is he got the speed and the size. He just got to know how to rip and just bend it and sit it down instead of just running upfield like AJ said and getting washed out of plays or over pursuing a play. Like he got to know how to play with leverage, pad leverage, and then get his hands on them tackles so they get his hands on him. And use the karate chop like Mr. Miyagi said, "What's all? What's all?" Karate chop, break the motherfucking hands up off you. So and then you that's one thing about playing edge rusher, because that's always position I always played on defense. Use your hands. You can use your hands. So you should not be crying about getting held and all that. Use your hands. Swat, wax on, wax off, like Mr. Miyagi said. So we definitely need a little bit more up there. And then they said Mike down, he gotta start going with the NASCAR package, putting all them guys on the field at the same time, third down, give us, a little creativity. Because offensive linemen not gonna be able to block all guys who can get off the ball and move. Like that's why the Giants were so successful against Brady, because Tom Coughlin should do that all the time. Put Michael Strahan, you and your Tuck, OC, all them up front at the same time, and they're gonna win their one-on-ones and pass pro with guards and all that. So you just got to do stuff like that. Take a page out of Steve Spagnuolo book. But I give them a B. They did okay, but we need a little bit more. All right, let's talk about the inside linebackers. Go ahead, AJ. I'll start with you.
Um, of course, like I said, this game I really ain't. I stepped out on him, but just speaking overall, I will say Queen has stepped up a little bit. I guess Roquan coming in. He definitely has. I would say he actually sits and looks, and he wants to make that tackle instead of over pursuing it by just his speed. I think he's starting to see it come in. I'm not gonna say he's gonna make every tackle. No NFL player will make every tackle
Nah,
but
not even the greatest of the greatest.
nah, but he's actually taking time to see the game and watch the play develop, and he's there. He's there around the ball now. Of course, Roquan as he's still learning. But we know what he can do, and once he actually like gel and actually get everything going, he will be solid. Um, on goal line, though, like I said, I still want to see Malik Harrison out there. Um, I just feel like when we play certain running backs, especially bigger running backs, to me, he needs to start. Even if it's only for first or second down. When we played the Giants, he was all over Saquon. I mean, he went off at the end of the game, but the game was pretty much over. We let them have it. But for the most part, man, he was doing this thing. But like I said, they playing him outside, and inside right now. As far as the linebacker position. Josh Bynes is on the sideline where he should be over there coaching, helping out, getting guys lined up, telling them, what he sees from not being out there on the field, which I like. We need that. I don't think unless somebody get hurt, he's gonna get activated, but I don't think he's gonna be activated no more for the rest of the year because he ain't playing special teams. Um, So our middle linebacker core is looking, it's stepping up. It's starting to get better. But there's always room for improvement. So, but I will say this: Queen has definitely he's sat down and actually see the game coming to him instead of trying to guess what's going to happen.
Okay, go ahead, Cam. Middle linebackers.
Um, this particular game, I give him. I guess I give him about a B. I mean, pass coverage wasn't particularly right, but especially in that 4th and 20, that 3rd and 22, I was fired up. But they doing their job, man. I really can't complain, too much as far as any of the games since Roquan got there, because Roquan seems like he's helped PQ settle down. I like the fact that everybody's flying to the ball, and they see in the field a little differently. I'm expecting. I don't care about. I expect it to get better. I know this is going to be his 4th game. By this time, I think we're going to start seeing more. More dominance from Roquan, because now you really getting the system down. Like, this is like, this is your 4th. You're more studying the team than you studying, knowing what you need to do at your position. So I can see that he's going to start playing a little bit more freer. But that's actually helped out Queen a lot.
I totally agree with both of y'all, man. Inside linebackers been playing pretty well. Like I said, we haven't outside of James Hasty doing what he did, which we didn't expect that. Uh, he's playing good. Like I said, Roquan's been a godsend. He's playing his butt off. Queen has been playing much better. Malik Harrison, when he gets in there, he does it. We still got Christian Welch. He's doing his thing on special teams, and when he has played, he's been okay. Like I said, Josh Ross, we got him more stash. So overall, the inside linebackers played well. I ain't really got too much to say about them. DB secondary on the safeties. Start with AJ.
And I want to say it's going to be good to get Williams back. He coming off the dislocated wrist. It's going to be good to have him back because now we got a ball hawking safety that's going to be back there, a true ball hawking safety. That definitely can make some plays and cover. When we lost him, it definitely hurt us as far as on that back end. This past game, like I said, I'm not too mad at him because I'll live and die with this guy with Peters, man. I know a lot of fans was mad at him giving up the 3 touchdowns, but outside of Peters, you look at it, who else you gonna put out there? Brandon Stevens is playing, but he ain't no Marcus Peters. You know what I'm saying? And Pepe, I believe he got in when Stevens went out, but I'm not sure why. I guess he's more of a slot corner. I honestly would like us to see, bring Tavon Young back. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's still out there. I would say bring him back. At least we know we got a guy who can cover.
He
You know
on
what I'm saying?
He hurt.
Huh?
He hurt. He on
He
IR.
hurt again? But I mean, Hamilton coming back, he looked like to me he was gaining some confidence. I had some doubts about him at first, but he got his confidence. He was out there killing it in the slot for us, covering. And here's the thing: with Hamilton out there on the field, now you could take a linebacker off and put him and put another nickel guy in there. So as far as passing, we should be good. The coverage should be good, and that's why another reason. You look at Houston was able to get multiple sacks in those games is because of the secondary. He even said it. Without y'all, I couldn't have did this. So that package is out there. So with those 2 guys coming back, man, I'll take it. And of course, Marlon Humphrey is just. I mean, he balling. I mean, it ain't. He doing this thing, man. I would like to see this though. Now since we do got Roquan, now I know Chuck is still calling the plays. He getting the play through the headset.
He's
Pretty
still
much he
wearing
the quarterback on the defense, huh?
he's still wearing the green dot. You saying?
Yeah, he's still wearing the green dot. But here's my thing: like now we got Roquan under there at linebacker. So my thing is let Chuck just do his thing on the. Of course he got to call the play out. But Roquan, look, hey, you do. Let Chuck control that back end, man, and Roquan control that front. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just get on the same page with hand signals or something, man, because like I said, I don't know what, and I like Chuck, but I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know what he's doing. It just seems a little off. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, Cam, from DBs.
Yeah, I definitely I love our team as far as our secondary is concerned. I do I will be happy when Marcus Williams is back. I think Geno Stone is you got two. He's more of a playmaker than Chuck, but it's just the reaction time, bro. They not covering like when you playing cover two, you got to be able to move.
Yeah.
Hash and they ain't moving, and that's why honestly I can't remember the last time we went single high since Marcus Williams been out. To be honest with you, we either too high or if we do drop somebody in the box, they already read the play till they know it's a run. But and there's no knock on neither one of them. It's just the style of DBs they are. They're not really. Stone, he shows it every now and then that he has that ball hawking, mentality, but he is a playmaker. It's just that I think that him and Chuck are the same type of safety.
Nice.
I think Peters is just. I think people forget that he had an ACL, and that takes time. Man. So especially when you playing corner, bro, you the best athlete on the field when you playing corner. So to be you change directions, you going backwards and all that stuff. Like that's going to take time for him to get right, and I'm hoping he'll bounce back this game. But I did read the article, man. And I love the article, and I understand what he's saying. And I kind of figured that he's doubting himself every now and then, and it makes sense, But if you watch the game, when y'all watch the game, and I'm talking about everybody's listening, watch him call out so many. Sometimes when Marlon makes a play, Peter's already called the play out from the other side of the field, bro.
What I say, JP? What I say? I told you.
This dude is so smart, man. One play, he was like, "It's coming," and you saw Marlon look and just knew it was coming. Like, boom, it's coming. Like he trusts him so much that people saying, well, because of money, he may not be back. I think that's the only reason he may not be back. But
the fact that he blew up on his head coach on the sideline.
But then you watch the article, yeah. But then you listen to read the article. Even Harbaugh said that he appreciates him because he's so passionate. And then he said, I'm a little bit older than him, and sometimes when I tell him he gotta calm down, he don't want to hear that. But it's a
little bit older. He twice his age. He's
playing down player. I'm a little bit older, but he old enough to be his fault, but he downplaying it. But and Marcus, he did justify why he did it, and I appreciate it for the fact that he said it. He said we talked that day. He said, but I hate the fact that it's always Lamar and the Ravens. And he says, no hate on Lamar. I just don't. I love Lamar so much that I don't want all that pressure on him, and it shouldn't be, and it always has been. He said since I've been here. He said so when we got a chance to put the problem on us, put it on us. Don't put it on him that he got to make the decision. Make the decision, and I respect that and I appreciate that about him. But he's a Raven, bro, and I honestly would be highly upset if he's not here next year. Because even if you drafted his replacement, which is fine, he's old. He's an older player. We had to draft a replacement for Jimmy. That's why we got Marlon. So it comes a time when somebody's going to be there to take over. But I'm expecting it'll come together. This secondary gonna come together, man. When people tend to forget. We blew the lead in the Miami game. That was Marcus' first game back. He just happy to be back out there. And then on top of that, you blew and it's nothing. Armand Davis is a young boy. He don't know no better. He didn't know he didn't know any better. Neither did Kyle Hamilton. So that's why it happened. So then once Marcus is starting to get himself together a little bit, then Marcus Williams gets hurt. So once everybody is collective and they they got their weight up and everybody's not injured, then we good. I'm gonna stop right here because I know Justice falling apart on that man is tired. That man he doing the grandfather nod. Like, no, I'm just resting my eyes. Go ahead, man.
I'm cool. It's just, yeah, man. I'm good. I'm off today, so I can get some sleep.
Okay, good, brother. You
Uh,
need it.
I agree with everything y'all said, man. It's just me personally. It's just communication issues with them. They gotta talk. That's one position group you have to talk. I like all that cool guy. Oh yeah, I got a one-on-one. No, no. You gotta talk. Hey, I'm gonna jam him at the line of scrimmage. You come over the top. You have to be a chain back there. One piece come off and fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have to communicate. It's that simple. You can't just sit there and play. That's the worst position to play hero ball at. Is the secondary, and that's what's been going on. Marcus Peters, no, I got one on one. Knowing damn well you're coming off an ACL and you can't run as the same. So tell Chuck and tell Gino, hey man, cheat over a little bit, man. I'm gonna get my hands on him, but he beat me out the press. You got to come over the top. It's just little stuff like that, and their tackling hasn't been bad. Last year was horrible, especially with Mark Chase and all that, But that was due to injuries. But no, they haven't been bad. Sunday just was a bad outing. But like I said, they just got to communicate more, and they get their hands on the receiver. That gives the pass rush another extra second to get to the quarterback. So they all got to work, in unison. Marcus Peters, he had a bad game, but he'll bounce back. It happens. Smalling, he did his job for the most part. But like I said, you're getting Marcus Williams back, Cal Hamilton. I think Almond Davis going to be cleared soon. And like it was y'all using Cal Fuller hurt us low key. I told you that.
Did it? It definitely did.
It hurt, man.
Why I say that's why I wanted we may got to pick up a Sidney Jones. He's out there. He hasn't been signed. So just another veteran corner. I know what they're doing. Whereas though we got more depth right there. Corner. Every time around, corner room gets shredded with injuries out of nowhere. But I give him a D for this game because, like I said, Zay Jones. Now Zay Jones will want more money because he went off against us. But bad game, so I think they'll regroup against the Broncos.
He's questionable now. He questionable after that game. He exhausted himself. He done. I'm done for the season, bro. I got mine in.
Let's talk special teams. Then we'll get into our next segment. Our 3 keys to victory in school position. Go ahead, AJ. Start. How the special teams do to you?
Oh, to be special teams, Jordan Stout, he do his thing. Justin Tucker, man, to me I say probably the best. I want to say he better than Lamar, but he best player on the team to me. When you think, if it weren't for Justin Tucker, man, to be honest, I don't know where we'll be at. And it's not just in this era. It's when he first came to the team. Trent all the way down. But if it wasn't for Justin Tucker, man, I don't know where we'd be at. Like I said, I know he was real hurt. He missed that field goal. He was crying. He said, that's his fault. He gonna accept that. And I'm like, nah, bro. You bailed us out so many times. It was a 67-yarder, bro. Like I have no problems with you whatsoever.
It's damn impossible to make.
It was this much. But I have no problems with. He was real upset at himself. So I already know he went and was kicking him. So I feel like if he go out there right now and it's like a 67, 68 yarder, he gonna drill it. I'm trying to tell you, he gonna knock it through. Like, I'm not missing that. But he put a lot of pressure on himself. He was real upset. But to me, it was nothing for him to be upset about. He has bailed us out so many times. I mean, like I said, Justin Tucker could miss 5 field goals to me. And to me, I'd be like, yo, he's bailed us out so many times. There's nothing I can say. I mean, he's our guy. I mean, that's just what it is.
Okay, Cam, go ahead. Special team.
I think Lamar said it best. We should have never put him in that position.
Right.
That's basically it. He shouldn't be kicking nothing past. He shouldn't kick nothing past 60. We put him in that position last year in the Dome in Detroit. Shouldn't do that ever. We shouldn't ever.
Got it by the grace of God.
Exactly. So, they get a B plus because I'm disappointed in Duvernay. I don't know why he took that ball out. And then when he did, you got to go straight ahead, bro. I don't know why he decided to go to the angle, and he's dealing with a hamstring. So why would you even do that? Like, I don't even know. And this is something that we discussed before, just when Bateman went down, we was on the phone. I don't know if you remember this. When Bateman went down, the first thing I said, yo, we need to dial back him playing special teams.
Because he got to play more receiver. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
You need your wheels. You're a speedster. You need your wheels. Punt return, I give him because that's very difficult. That's a lot more difficult than kick return. Kick return, put somebody else back there. And long as they shooting up straight and follow the reason you got a back in front of you so you can follow him, he should be leading you to wherever you got to go.
I think Kenyon Drake should be back there for kick return. Like
No, Justice Hill was returning.
Hill's back there though. Hill's back there. He's the second. He's right next to him.
I was gonna say put him and Drake, but I guess you don't want to have both your running backs in case something happen. I understand that.
Yeah, Pepe can kick return. He did it. He did it at University of Houston.
I remember
he put it all special teams. I mean, during preseason. Sorry, I couldn't.
Let him do it. Yeah, he definitely got reserved Devin.
Yeah, man, you got to reserve his legs. Like he doesn't look. You can tell when a hammy or something is bothering the receiver. Look how slow he was running.
Yeah,
he was running, and especially going to the side. I said, "This don't even look good, bro. This don't look." When that was the drive that Gus fumbled. Like, just go straight. If you gonna keep him back there to kick return, go straight. He should know better. You know what I mean? Like, other than that, man, I have no problem. Justin Tucker is the GOAT. We all know that. Stout did what he had to do. You know, Moore does what he has to do. But I'm surprised that our all-pro, kick returner, man. That's just not. You could tell he's just not. He's another one that didn't look like himself. His first drop of the season, and then you taking that ball out, like, he didn't look like him, so.
Me, the A, man. Even with the missed field goal, because they put up majority of the points. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if we execute, he only kicking extra points. So, like I said, they get an A, man. Like, the missed field goal, we should have got probably 3-4 yards closer. He nails it, but they did pretty good. And Jacksonville didn't get no big returns that I saw. So I give the special teams an A, man. They always do pretty good for the most part. Yeah. All right, let's get into our last segment, and we'll get out of here with those Friday. On 3 keys to victory and our score predictions for those who want to give them. AJ, go ahead. Give your 3 keys to the game and the score prediction if you want to add one.
I'm gonna say we need to come out, running the ball. Defensively, let's just play ball, man. Let's not go out here and make. And Russ is good. I like Russ. You know what I'm saying? He's a good quarterback. But let's not go out here and just make him have this game where he throws for like 600 yards and like 4 touchdowns against us or something like that, and then finally clicks. But defensively, go out there. Let's get this pass rush going and get to him. That's what I want to do. Let us run the ball. I'm not sure if it's any word on Stanley. Is he playing this game or?
No word yet. We probably not gonna know till Sunday morning, honestly.
Yeah. He was limited all week though. Him and Kyle. So they did. It's not like they didn't practice. They probably letting them practice and go and get some treatment just to be on the safe side.
Okay, so Makari might start at left tackle, yeah, which I have no problem with. I trusted Makari, but offensive line, I don't know what's been going on. It's like they not getting no push. I think it's because we keep trying to run a lot of counters in the run game. And when film come, everybody know what's coming, man. So they blowing that up. Guys getting pushed back, so the running back can't find a hole now. You can't get there in time. So that's what's going on. But plays, I cannot stress this enough. Greg Roman, get the play in on time and stop using the same plays that you've been using since you was in high school, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's over with. Let's get the play in on time. It's unacceptable that we keep lining up and Lamar has to keep doing this. And Roman, he's so idiotic that he trying to see what the defense coming out in so he can get a play in. Well, Lamar, what you think? Man, I need to play, bro. Okay, go with this one. Go. And that's just honestly what's happening. So we got to go out there, execute, and get that done. And let's just take the points, man. That be our coach and finish the game. That's what we have to do. I don't really have a score prediction for this game, man, because it's just I can't do it no more. As far as not giving a score, but just because I just know how we are and roaming and what's going on, I feel like he need to be gone, man. That's just what it is.
Okay. Go ahead, Cam. Just give me your 3 keys to victory.
Yeah, because you ain't giving no score. um, 3 keys. One, excuse me. One, we need to get a rhythm as far as the offense is concerned. That's going to help with the efficiency. That's going to help with the red zone. That's the whole problem that we all have. We can't get a rhythm on offense, and that's going to help with it so much. We start to get some type of rhythm, and then all of a sudden it's a late. The call comes in late, or some BS of a penalty. You know what I mean? So get the rhythm together. Um, Defense, if you show what you want to be. That's basically, you want to be the best defense. You want to be a great defense. This is what we call a tune-up fight. If you're a fighter, this is a tune-up fight.
Yeah,
Take advantage. Last week was too. So was Carolina. This is a tune-up. Well, you failed. You got to do it.
I
They need to
agree.
do everything out against these jokers. I don't care. Everybody get paid. So treat them like they the best team in the world. And maybe that is switch your mentality to where it's like, yo, we got to take over. We got to punish whoever's in front of us. Because we should be able to do that. Third thing, no penalties, and just let Lamar get loose, man. I think he needed. I'm waiting for his breakout. He hadn't had one in a while. I'm hoping it'll happen now, and the energy had changed. The energy is down right now. Everybody is here. It's too much going on, from his contract to the Twitter nonsense, and I'm glad he was able to deflect it really good today. Um, just so much drama. Like we usually thrive off of that and make something positive out of it. And that's why I'm not expecting nothing to change from that. I expect that to change. We had to go through some drama to win the Super Bowl both times. So I'm expecting a light switch got to come on. Something got to come on and let it go. What I'm expecting us to whoop them bad. Bad. I don't care. I don't care if it's the defense scoring all the points or the offense scoring all the points. I expect us to whoop them bad. That's it. I ain't giving no numbers, but bad. I like Easter, but I don't know if we're gonna get Easter. That means it'll be a nice goose egg up there for Denver. But I'm expecting an ass whooping. I'm expecting us to whoop that ass. Period. That's it. Go ahead, Josh.
Number one, score touchdowns in the red zone, like Davon just said, man. We got to run the ball, tackle well. We definitely got to be efficient in the red zone. So that's one. Two, don't let rest of them get no confidence, get cooking. So we got to take the ball away early, man. You use the crowd to our advantage, because M&T Bank gonna be rocking at 75,000 plus. I know very well. So they're gonna be they're gonna be rocking. So we gotta use that to our advantage. Um, Smart and hardball, smart coaching. I'm gonna put smart coaching, because no one to challenge, no one to go forward, no one to take your point. No, all just this situational coaching got to be on point. Don't let goddamn, I wasn't a thing you Hackett out coach you, bro, because that's not gonna be good, man. So Mike McDonald, do your thing, man. Like I said, chat. Don't let Jerry Judy and those guys go off, because they still got weapons. Although they haven't been playing at the party, still a team that
Definitely do.
any given time. So we got to play well, good. And Greg Roman, same thing, man. Open up the offense, get Duvernay involved, not just 1-2 catches, get him involved consistently. Run Gus in the red zone. Like in the red zone, we should be running the ball. That's when Pat Ricardo's be in the game. Pat Ricardo's going red zone and short yard. That's it. He should not be out there trying to play tight end and wide receiver. No. Put him in short yardage. So situation goes my score prediction. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna go 31-17. I think we won by 2 touchdowns. Still our closing remarks, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Go ahead, AJ. You start.
Hey, yeah, I want to thank JP, what I'm saying, for always, bringing us together and getting this going on. He the GOAT, what I'm saying, for making just, everybody get y'all Ravens news. So I always want to thank him for getting this out there. Um, shout out to Kim for being on here, chopping it up with us. He representing got the Muhammad Ali hoodie over there. He came ready tonight. You know what I'm saying? He's ready. So, if y'all haven't, please go like and subscribe and check us out on YouTube at Talking Ravens all day, every day, and follow us on Facebook. Um, if you haven't, leave comments. We want the information. This, we come together to talk about it, what I'm saying, amongst us as fans and people who love the game, but we'll also love to hear your opinions and thoughts as well. Like I said, shout out to my boys Jeff Fort, Brian Murray, Chris Wright, Rick Barker for always checking us out, giving us some information to either bring up or talk about. But I appreciate all y'all, and thanks for the support.
Go ahead, Cam.
First of all, shout out to D Johnson always chiming in. He's been chiming in the whole night. He's been giving his thoughts. I appreciate your thoughts, brother.
No doubt.
Appreciate it. I thank y'all brothers again, man. I bother Just every now and then during the week. Hit him after the game, man. So I appreciate always getting on here with y'all, man, chopping it up. Hey, I need us to just do what we do. You know what I mean? This is the only thing I want to say. Don't be surprised, win or lose. Don't be surprised if you hear some news about Roman leaving this following week. Because just from his interview, like he sounded like he was 1 foot out the door. Like the Stanford job is already a done deal. Like he was saying, like he deflected it. The way he deflected it just made you feel some type of way. Like, so what's going on? You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised. Would I be upset? No. If he stays, am I going to be upset? No, because I know this is the last year either way. So, I just want us to do what we need to do, man, and keep 8 here. Number one, win the Super Bowl, build a dynasty, man. You know what I mean? It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Go ahead, Josh. You got it.
I definitely appreciate your support, brother. You was definitely engaged and truly appreciate it, man. All the love and support. I always, AJ, you say I'm the GOAT, man. Every GOAT has a sidekick, man. Jordan had Pippen, LeBron had Wade. So you know what I mean. That's my guy right there. That's my number 2, man. You're only as good as your partner. So
I play Horace Grant, yo. I play Grant.
everybody doing their part, man. Definitely can, man. Everybody can gonna be a part of our crew now. So good to have, another guy on here that know football just like us. And he gonna bring a lot to the table. Man, just thankful, man. To do this with you guys, man. It's very fun, man. It's like our little therapy, man. So we can get everything off our chest and also talk some good football, man. So, like I said, everybody have an amazing Friday. Be safe this weekend. And hopefully we get this dub in a convincing fashion Sunday. And we'll be back on here Tuesday. What time y'all want to go Tuesday, fellas? I'm gonna let y'all choose.
We can say I say normal time. I should be off the road, by then. The problem is I'll be done. It's just I'll be in traffic, man. I be trying to beat that traffic, man, and I get caught up in that rig. But I say normal time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I keep you updated. So we definitely could do that.
Yeah, I'm done work about 6:30, bro. So I ain't gotta be this. I ain't gotta be to leave until like 7:25 to get to school. Cause I gotta drive like 30 minutes away. So it's at 8 o'clock.
So we can start at 6:30, same time too.
Yeah. If I gotta jump off early, I'll say something. But it's not.
Cool, no problem. We'll start at like 6:30. Yeah, we had Shannon back on. I talked to her already. So yeah. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see y'all Tuesday for the recap of the Broncos. Maybe hopefully it's in good spirits at the win, not at the loss like we did last week.
Yeah,
but everyone, man, and we out.
All right.